All right, we're here for round number 1. Are we on the play? Reveal the Jackman. All right, we have an opener that is a bit awkward. We have to fetch Mountain to turn on Chain of the Rocks. We have a bunch of similar colored lands. I think I'm going to take a mulligan into a 1-lander. Not the best. All right, we'll keep this one. We're on the mold of 5. I'm going to put back Hostage Taker and Bring to Light, I think. Yeah, exactly, J-Court. That's why Fable's so good. If we get Thoughtseize, I'm going to be big sad. No Thoughtseize, that's fine. I'm going to shock myself just so I can Binding a 2-drop into Fable. Xander's Launch plus Temple Garden works. Maybe I should have played Temple Garden tap first, because Xander's Launch Temple Garden is the full Monty. Alright, so we'll go ahead and Binding... Oh wait, we don't need to tap that. We can just play... Binding on the Harvester so we can get the Fable down. Next turn we can discard Sylvan Carotid and some other mediocre draw. Even if they stop the Goblin Shaman, that's not a big deal. We can buy Gigantha next turn, maybe. I don't really want to play the Sylvan Carotid, but maybe it's fine. Well, that was pretty good. I'm going to discard Carotid for sure. I think I'm going to discard the... Actually, I'm going to discard Binding as well. I think it's important to just hit our land drops here. Alright, let's go attack, if they let us. Push is okay. I'm not going to buy the Gigantha because I want to play a Binding on Shield Red or something, and then Bring to Light next turn. We obviously need to draw the land, but any untapped land lets us BTL for Tybalt. Alright, Shield Red, that's fine. This is all expected. Alright, untap land, please. Alright, let's go Courage Briefcase. This will give us the 5th mana source. Stomp on the Fable's fine. Omnath's a good draw, but I think BTL for Valky is the nuts. Alright. Green, blue, white, black, red. We'll go get Valky. And we'll cast Tybalt. And then we'll just plus, so we get 2 cards. Fable Thoughtseize, that's pretty good for next turn. And if they don't have Dreadbore, it's going to be very difficult for them to kill Tybalt this turn, which is why Tybalt's so strong. You need, like, Dreadbore and not Powered Kill, and there's been a big push towards Powered Kill lately. It's unfortunate they actually just have the Dreadbore, but we're still at a pretty high life total, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to play much else this turn. If we draw a Fabled Passage, we actually get to do a ton of shit next turn, which is kind of cool. Let's see, so we can play Omnath, blue, red, green, white, and then Sparrows to gain life. I think I want to Thoughtseize first, though, so let's go Thoughtseize you. And then we can play Fable. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, I messed up. We'll take the Fatal Push, maybe? Oh, we can use any mana, right? Nice. Any color, yeah. Peeled Thoughtseize taking Omnath's a big bummer. Remember, we did mulligan to 5 this game, so we're getting whipped pretty bad, but it's... I mean, they've had, like, perfect answers, and overall it's been okay. Powered Kill is going to kill this, but what else am I supposed to do, right? Should have took a powered kill over the fatal push. I just thought with the blood token and the blood tithe harvester, it would be easier for them to use the push to kill the Omnath. We'll chump so we stay at 7. Need a big draw here. Fabled Passage, not it. We'll hold on to it in case we draw Omnath. So we'll offer the trade on the blood tithe. This was a game we could have won if we just play Omnath. I think on 4. Maybe that was better. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't turn 4, but you get it. All right, we'll go to 3. See how dead we are. We're at 2. So now it has to be a Brain Delight for the Wrath. Interesting. They're not holding the land. All right, this is just spell, right? I think that was actually a nut draw. One of the few things that would save us. Let's go for a red. All right, we're at 2. The Graveyard Trespasser, if it flips, can kill us if it attacks. They loot away a Blood Crypt. Soken's on channels, game. Lame. Alright, them having the Dreadbore, big bummer. Not a lot we can do about it. I'll bring in the Bank Busters. I think that's really all I want. All the removal's fine. Let's just hope we don't mulligan to 4. We're going to cut the Hostage Taker. And what else? Maybe a Courier's Briefcase. Alright, this hand's great. We'll keep. Alright, here comes the discard spell. Them pausing leads me to believe they have both. So interesting that they should. You should always think before you reveal too much info, right? The duress. Now I just know they have Thoughtseize, so I'll just like try to play around it as best I can. I kind of want to play a Valky, but I think I'm just going to Sacred Foundry and then Fable next turn. I will Fable, and if they want to trade, you know, the front half of that for the 2/2, I think that's pretty good for us. The swap is a little awkward with Omnath, so we can't play Omnath next turn unless we get to attack with the Goblin somehow. Duress, sure, they'll take BTL, and then probably kill the Goblin if I had to imagine. I might discard the Valky. I'm going to probably hold on to the Beseiju. Playing the Swamp was a mistake, though. I should have played the Beseiju. We're going to play a big thing next turn. I'm not sure what. It might just be Gigantha or Scarab God. Frey, you got to do exclamation point deck. Able of their own. Makes sense. I will shock. I'm going to play Gigantha since they know about it. And if they have something that exiles, I don't really want them to exile Scarab God. Next turn we can go Omnath, Fabled Passage, Scarab God. It's a pretty fucked up turn. They know about the Omnath. I don't think they know about the Scarab God, though. Either way, 2 big threats next turn coming. If they don't have Thoughtseize. It took the Scarab God. Interesting. Fable Dead. Trespasser, that's fine. Heavy creature here is in the face of the Gigantha is fine. Alright, green, white, red, blue, Omnath. We'll just gain some life. We don't really need the mana here. I'm gonna attack, I think. They want to double block, we have the binding. I should have maybe done this upkeep, but I think I'll just save it. See if they want to attack. We'll definitely block. We'll like get stomped or whatever, but it's just like a 2-for-1 trade-ish. 2-ish for 1. Attacking with Goblin, but not the Trespasser. Maybe they need the mana. I think blocking is fine. I feel like they should have attacked with that and Trespasser, but I don't know. I think they just needed the mana. So we'll go get white and we'll gain some life. And then we can hit the reflection with the binding. Let's cycle. Can't quite cast it. We'll just play Carroted. I think attacking is bad. Double block, not great. They have incentive to block because they're pretty far behind. Other Thoughtseize. 4 discard spells is tough. 4 good discard spells. Hitting great cards, tough. Alright, let's cycle again. Sal, thanks for the follow. Lily Edict will sack the Carroted. Sparas, I guess we'll cycle. Play this tap, say go. This is gonna transform. They took up the Lily. Oh my god, dude. So gross. Alright, well now we need to draw a Bring to Light, so we gotta obliterate the board. The Lily minus means that most of our top decks are bad. Systematically dismantled. You cast with Gigantha? No, you need to read Gigantha again. Unfortunately, we don't have triple black for the backside of this, so we're just dead. Alright, game 2, we'll keep all of our lands tapped, so we won't be able to Carroted on 2, but we can Carroted on 3. We'll play Fable last. Should have maybe played Spars first in case we do Chain of the Rocks. Definitely should have. It was just a small mistake. I'm going to have to learn how to sequence better with decks like this when I just don't play them very much. The moment that I played, I was like, oh, right. Because it helps play Binding too. Not for 1 mana, but if I drew the Grixis one, you know, it works. Toxic Shores could mean a lot of bad matchups. I don't really know what they're playing. It might be the Neoform deck. Consider can be a bunch of different stuff. It could be Rogues. Rogues is particularly bad for us, I think. All right, Thoughtseize. Dealer's choice on this one. Everyone's just playing so slow, man. I don't get it. All right, they took Binding. So that probably means Neoform. So we have to be aware of that. This is a horrible matchup. Stubborn Denial is very good against us. Alright, here comes a Tassiger. We can attack and play Bring to Light. We can draw something to kill that. I'm going to discard Carroted Briefcase. Hostage Taker is okay. We need black, though. Pretty good draw. That way we don't have to throw away our Goblin token for the Bring to Light. And I don't have to burn a Bring to Light for just a removal spell. We're actually pretty close to casting the Tasker off the Hostage Taker. We're one short. If they kill Hostage Taker and then cast Tasker and then Neoform, that's bad, but... Alright, so let's go... Declare attacks. I'm gonna play Tassiger, exile my graveyard. I'm gonna play a Fable as well. Alright. Hashiteka showing off there. So this matchup, they are graveyard related, so I do think Rest in Peace and Go Blank are solid. Slaughter games on either Neoform or Atraxis pretty good. I don't really love Ether Gust or Disdainful Stroke, but I think that maybe both have to come in. Chain to the Rocks, Leyline Binding are both solid. I think we can trim some Briefcase. We can trim... Wow. Scarab God. Mommy stops the ability, which is cool. I don't know if we can board in this many cards. Let's figure out one... I mean, we might just want to cut something like Sylvan Carrot, but I think we need the ramp. A Hostage Taker can maybe go. It was okay there, but it's not always going to be like that. Do we want... I think we need the Extinction Event. I don't think we need Extinction Event and Glyph Weaver, so maybe we just pick one. Their stuff is even and odd, so let's do Glyph Weaver instead of Extinction Event. I do like the Valky still. Maybe the Go Blanks can go. I like them, though. I don't know. I feel like it's just going to get hit with a Stubborn Denial, though. This is also potentially a Chain to the Rocks comes out matchup. I feel like they just have a lot of incentive to play their creature early. Still think Escape's going to be that necessary, so we'll bin it. We'll keep this. I'm going to put Valky back. We'll just keep the 6-lander, or 5-lander. We can Valky them on 2. Maybe that's something I want to look into doing, but I'd rather just have it in the deck for the Bring to Light, I think. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it's Fiends. Maybe on this one I actually should have played Ketria, because I can still chain on 2 if I need to. But I want to be able to chain on 2 with the Ketria tapped and Rafine untapped. I guess it doesn't matter too much. It matters for later. Sequencing your lands is very difficult in this deck. Alright, so they bench a Mandrills and a Atraxa. To me, that means they were digging for land and kept the land. But they kept whatever the last card is, right? They needed something. And they can't play a Delve creature here. Thoughtseize is gross. They'll probably take Chain, but maybe they'll take Elish. It's possible I should be cycling the land on 3, but it's tough. I mean, I just got to have my colors, right? But I guess this plus this is enough. Drawing the Stomping Ground should have probably led me to playing Sacred Foundry on 2, Stomp on 3, and then cycle. Alright, they're going to play the Hooting Mandrills, and I have to imagine I'm getting hammered next turn if I don't do anything. And so let's draw. Let's draw something good. It's pretty good. Should have probably played my land untapped in case they go land, Neoform plus Stubborn Denial back up. Alright, they found the land. This might be exactly how I lose by not shocking, but I don't really want to take a bunch of damage. Alright, they're just passing. That's great. Alright, we'll go chains. They have stub, they have stub. Nothing we can do about it with a gust. Mystical dispute. Could have played around that. Yet another thing where I'm messing up. Alright, we can still gust the Neoform though. We will go for Elsinore next turn. It's unlikely they'll be able to kill it. The 4 mana here means this probably they're going to just activate Tassiger. There's very little reason to do that otherwise. And drop a shame. Yeah, but it's tabbed, so like our life total matters, but it was bad. Alright, so let's go for Omnath. Green, red, blue, white. And then we can play Mummy. Sorry. If they have Ether Gust of their own, I'm going to be big Sag. But that means they're not activating Tassiger, so... Okay. Sure. Alright, they get the Mystical Dispute. We'll draw a card, we'll play Mommy, and I think the game ends, unless they have a kill spell for Elishnorn. Alright, we'll go get... Plains. Can't really attack through the Tassiger, awkwardly. Neoform is shut down the... Neoform works, but Elishnorn shuts down the Atraxa's ability, and then we can just put Atraxa back on top of the deck. If we get to untap with the Ether Gust, that's good. We can't really do much. I might just play the Omnath. Alright, so they're just gonna concede? Interesting. Alright, we're here for round number 3. We're gonna reveal Giganta. I'll be on the draw. Not where you want to be, but it's fine. We have the Chain to the Rocks. We have a Leyline Binding. We got Fable. All we need is blue, and we'll be able to play Omnath. We'll keep. Paid actor? I mean, how do you beat a suppression field or whatever, you know? Alright, Sacred Foundry tap. That way we can chain plus tap line next turn if we need to. Second Sacred Foundry, not ideal, but that's fine. Thought sees you. Alright, so this is another Rakdos matchup, probably. I don't think this matchup is bad. It was DreamHack San Diego couple. It was on the channel DreamHack Magic. You might be able to watch the VODs, but I'm not sure if the VODs are viewable. I haven't checked. Alright, so they do take the Fable, as you do. Failed Passage gives us blue now. Or if we draw blue naturally, we can go Omnath plus Fabled later on something cool. Alright, here comes Shock, Blood Crypt. This is probably Fable. We will likely Chain to the Rocks the token, but I might Binding the token. I will play Rafine's Tower tapped. And now Rafine's Tower plus green and red means we can Binding for 1. And I maybe should have done Binding on the Fable, but I think I'll just wait. Wait for Shield Red. Harvester's okay as well. I think I will just go ahead and play Omnath next turn, just for tempo purposes. I'm discarding Trespasser. I guess they have a land in hand, maybe, and they're looking for Thoughtseize. Or they're looking for land. Alright, white, green, red, blue, Omnath. Alright, come on, bring to light. Come on, anything. 4 lands in hand, chat. At least all their discard spells are bad now. Let's see if they fire one off. Fatal Push. Okay. Alright, they do Thoughtseize. They see the good news / bad news. The bad news is they don't take anything. The good news is I have all lands for them. Was that melee? It sure was. Play another Sacred Foundry. Goodbye, Giganta. Pass back. That's right, Cheetos. Here comes the Bankman. Alright, Giganta might be a little difficult for them to kill. I'm going to go and play Fabled Passage. It's possible we should just play the Sacred Foundry, though. If they powered kill but don't draw a land, then they don't get to activate the Bank Buster. They don't get to progress their board much. Alright, so now they do. That sucks. Their main phasing draw card, I just don't understand. Saving time? I mean, I guess that's fine. Saving time is whatever. Should I... I'm going to draw. Fable. Fable's a good draw. I'm going to play Forest so I can cycle without taking damage and then hold on to Fabled Passage. Next turn we can discard like these two. Fable's a really good pickup there. I will offer the trade with the Goblin since we have a huge mana advantage already. They should know 2 of the 3 cards in my hand. I don't think they know about Jetmir. Their Bank Buster's fine. Now we just... Okay, we found Bring to Light. That's aces. I discard 2 lands. Alright, let's offer an attack. I want to get the treasure. I doubt they'll block, but they might trade. I think we'll Bring to Light for Valky. And then we'll chain on the reflection. Top 2, Kroxa and another Bring to Light. Great. We'll go chain. Take out the reflection. And then we have Beseiju for the Haunted Ridge or the Bankbuster attack. I kind of wanted to kill the Bankbuster that had 3 counters on it, but I don't think that they're going to activate it this turn other than to attack. So I'd rather them just try to set that up. So now they can activate Hive and crew this and attack 7 at Tybalt. And then we blow up the Bankbuster, take their whole turn, untap, and Bring to Light. This is not an Incarnation. This is just Bring to Light mid-range. Alright, let's see them both attack. Force is already gone, so we have to pop the treasure for the Beseiju, but that's fine. Alright, so Tibble goes to 4, no big. I'm not going to play their Kroxa because I don't want it to go to their graveyard. We drew another Bring to Light. I'll probably play that one from hand. Push on the tokens, fine. Briefcase, Bring to Light, Bone Crusher. Yeah, easy. Easy. Big Busters come in. I don't think I want the Rest in Peace, even though they have Kroxa. I don't think I want Go Blank either. I think maybe the briefcases are good because they just can draw cards later. I don't like cutting mana producers either. I think Hostage Taker can go. I like Scarab God. I like Escape to the Wilds. I like Elshnorn. Siege Event's cool. Binding and Chain are fine. Could cut Glyph Weaver, but I kind of like the big sweeper sometimes. Not necessarily into Pioneer, but into the RCQ format. And the first season here that we're doing it is going to be Pioneer, and the next season we're going to be doing Modern and then Standard after that. So big emphasis on the RCQ format, no matter what it is from now on. I think this is your deck for the Pioneer RC. I mean, it needs some work, I think, but overall I think it's good. Let's do Sparas, so in case we draw Chain, we can go Red Source tap Chain. The spot in paper? Nice. Alright, Thoughtseize on the Omnath. They stripped us down. So now I think I might want to cycle some of these. I'm going to cycle one of them. So I'll go get Tours Online, so now we have all our colors. The next turn will Fable. Second person to Fable, always at a disadvantage because hard to block. Killing the token's also not great. We'll block. They get the treasure first, but they're likely to play something that makes it so attacking is not great. It's probably going to be... I thought it might be a shoulder, but maybe it's something else. It's another Fable. Okay. So let's discard 2 lands, probably 2 Sacred Foundries. It's getting super flooded here, chat. I will play Sun Petal untapped. We'll just draw a card with Bankbuster EOT. Dylan, thanks for follow. Hey, Tandy, just tuned in for the day. How'd the Goblins that go? Not great, Cody James. We went 2-3, and the rallies honestly felt lackluster. It was hard for us to fill our graveyard, but I think the deck can definitely be improved. I enjoyed playing decks like that. All right, dress is fine. We'll take the 2 from this. They'll get another treasure. Another land? Jeez Louise. Ring 2 light. Alright, so now we just Wrath? Or maybe we'll wait till next turn to Wrath? See, so this is odd. These are odd. I can just Wrath everything and keep my reflection, but they get their reflection. If I had anything else to do, I would, but I think I just need to clean them up. Alright, blue, green, red, black, white. Alright, yeah. And then we'll go get Glyph Weaver. Play Deadly Vanity. We'll choose our reflection. Everything else dies. Here we go. Yeah, I was trying to think if Extinction Event would be better, and it was definitely not. You know, one-sided Wrath. I was just trying to think if I should wait on this, but if they draw a discard spell, I'm in trouble. And I think anything other than the Wrath is not necessarily going to get me out of that. Pretty decent draw on their part, but nothing we can't handle. Alright, that's a pretty decent draw. I'm going to go ahead and Binding the Reflection. I'm going to go ahead and play Bankbuster. Actually, maybe we should buy Gigantha. I'm going to buy Gigantha. It checks their thing pretty well. Next one, we can make something to crew this Bankbuster, and we can play both things. I think that's fine. Like, we fetch Fabled Passage, right? Alright, here comes the Bone Man. They can draw a card with Castle as well, but it's going to require burning at least one of the treasures. Okay, they drew a card instead. Alright, I'm fine with that. They can still do it. It doesn't really matter. They do both. Bankbuster of their own. They're going to burn both treasures, draw a card. If they have a land in hand that allows them to maybe duress. With Thoughtseize. Alright, let's go. We'll go get... I don't really need black. I have 1 black. You don't really ever need more than 1 black. Red, white. We have tons of white. We have a decent amount of red. We'll just get red, though. Alright, so Bankbuster. Gigantha. I'm going to attack for 4 as well. We're like pretty close to killing them next turn. We can draw a card, crew this attack for 9. They're at 12. We have Chain the Rocks for their Bone Crusher blocker. Yeah, I think so too, Cody. We talked about it during like deck techs and stuff. All right, let's go Stomp. We'll go Chain here, hit the Blood Tithe Harvester, Brindlelight for, let's see, let's go red, green, white, black, blue. And then we'll go get Valky, cast Cosmic Imposter. GG. All right, we're for round number 3. We're going to be on the draw. Playing against, I believe that's Sarah Shearing, who I saw in coverage at the regional championship. Oh, hell yeah, Kraz. I'm going to be at that 5K doing commentary. All right, we'll play the Fable passage so we can go get white for either binding or chain if we need to. Botanical Sanctum probably means Neoform. I don't think this matchup's very good. Oh, Witherbloom Command? Interesting. Maybe this is the Soul Flare build. Island? Interesting. Maybe a bad draw, Mana Screw? Yeah, I think Kenrith is good in the Incarnation decks, but we're not an Incarnation deck. We're a Bring to Light deck. This is a bit different. Like, get your Charm tapped. Hell yeah, Kraz. I usually play FNM on the Friday, so it should be fun. I'll be there early. All right, draw for turn is consider. Didn't do anything with 2 mana last turn. It's good news for me. Doesn't hit Black Source. All right, we can Omnath next turn. We can also Binding this turn. If they just play the Monkey. White, red, black. Oh, wait, not black. Blue, green. We have played a land, but if we draw another Fabled Passage, we can do a lot of big stuff next turn. Love a Mana Screwed opponent, chat. Tilt. All right, so this matchup, this is Neoform again. We're going to bring in Rest in Peace, Go Blank, maybe Slaughter Games, maybe Stroke and Ether Gust. We cut Briefcase, down to cut Glyph Weaver, down to cut Hostage Taker, down to cut the Scarab God, Escape to the Wilds, and then maybe one more. Maybe we trim. Maybe we don't need Extinction Event. I just feel like we don't have to Wrath very often. Just because they have so few creatures and we keep binding. Maybe it's all the Chain to the Rocks, actually. Binding's okay. Chain to the Rocks is fine. Maybe we just trim like 1 or 2 chain and we leave in... Maybe... Is Bankbuster any good against all these discard effects? Man, that would be weird, huh? I think so. I'm going to try the Bankbusters. It's not usually good against combo, but they have a lot of discard at their board, like 2-3 duress. We'll keep... The sand's pretty good. We'll go Spars into Sacred Foundry. Gives us everything except black mana. Thoughtseize is awkward. They'll probably take Curated to slow us down. Binding can be okay because it stops their Atraxa once it's down, but they can usually just go again. So it's not really a great answer. But it is a good answer to the creatures, and it makes it so they can't really play them early. Maybe Tron Girl. I don't think speeding out stuff is that great in the matchup because they have discard spells and counter spells, so things get wonky. Will this benefit from new Omnath? Maybe. I don't really even remember what the new Omnath does that well. Alright, so here is Grizzly Salvage. That's going to find a Watery Grave, milled over some Jace Perfected Mind. Interesting sideboard card. By Gigantha. Perfect. And they didn't play the Watery Grave, so no 2 of the 6 cards are Watery Grave Gigantha. Alright, we can play Sacred Foundry, tap now, and then Binding only costs 2. Next turn we can go Omnath, and then the turn after we can go Fabled Passage. Could have bought Gigantha, but I want to hold up Binding. That way we can play our stuff on like a dry board. I'm guessing my Omnath's going to get hit with an Ether Gust. I think I'm okay with it. Alright, red, white, green, blue. We'll go top. They might have another one next turn, but... I said, can I get some subrats for the Yoda? Anyone who's got subrats, I need you to throw them up whenever we get a sub, man. I need to encourage people to give me dollars. We must build community, chat. We must build community. So they cannot give their thing hexproof if they are playing Soul Flare build? Not yet, anyway. Busy arguing with coworkers? Fair, fair. Alright, so next turn, so if they go for Neoform this turn, we get to Omnath plus. I feel like I'm gonna get Ether Gusted again. You're shopping for a housewarming gift over here. Hey, I'm walking in. Here comes Tassiger. They didn't have stubborn enough to save the Hooting Mandrills. I'm not sure if they have it at all. I'm gonna go for Omnath this turn. I'm not gonna play Binding end of turn in case they have Mystical Disputes. So green, red, white, blue. Omnath. Dust will go top again. I guess I can just go get Swamp and play the Binding for 1. Alright, well they have sub now. Alright, well, just hope they don't have Neoform, I guess. I don't really have a whole lot going on. The Jegman cometh. Alright, here comes Omnath. Red, green, white, blue. Omnath. Green Delight for next turn. Play Ketria. Could buy Gigantha. I'm not really afraid of dying to attacks. I know 9's a lot. I'm more so afraid of losing to my lands entering tapped or whatever. Did we leave in the Glyph Weaver? Oh, here comes Atraxa. We didn't. Okay, well, this is bad. That's a lot of lands. So I get Witherbloom or Neoform and then a Salvage or a Terra Sunder. Okay, pretty good. So they get land, Neoform, Salvage, or land, Neoform, Terra Sunder. So if we name Odd, we kill Atraxa this. I think we kept Extinction Event in. I will take the 4. What do they keep? She's Neoform, Bloom March, Terra Sunder. Okay, so they don't have Salvage. Or Witherbloom. Okay. Alright, so we can play around Mystical Dispute, so let's do that. Okay, so we have an Extinction Event on Odd, but then they'll be able to do it again next turn. Slaughter Games doesn't do it. Valky can maybe help us get there, but it's very difficult. I think it's Valky regardless and just pray, because we're just getting Neoformed again next turn, right? So let's if we target this, that's not great. Let's just up. Let's go up. See if we get lucky. We found Terra Sunder only. Can't even cast it. I'll just concede. It's fine. Silly. Maybe I should bring the chains back in. I feel like we just got overwhelmed by creatures. I'm gonna get rid of the go blanks. I'll keep, but I'm not ecstatic about it. What's up, Goon? Goon, thanks for the 19 months. Welcome back to the Todd Squad. How's it going, buddy? Thoughtseize, lane. They're gonna take Omnath for sure, for sure. Maybe I should fetch Swamp so I can Valky, but I don't really want to Valky. That was a good draw. I'm gonna play Valky. I'm gonna play Sacred Foundry tapped. Just gonna maybe take one of their Delve creatures from them. Okay, so they have Witherbloom and Grizzly Salvage, so no matter what, it's not really that good. Next turn, if I don't lose, then I'm still in trouble. Alright, so choose Mana Confluence. Okay. So the Witherbloom on the Valky. I boarded out the Scarab God, right? Maybe I shouldn't have. But this means that I can Bring to Light this turn, but I can't go get Valky, which sucks, so I'm not sure what I'm going to go get. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and cast the Tassiger. Alright, we can go get Elishnorn. I think Elishnorn might be good. So let's go black, red, white, blue, green. That'll suppress their ETBs forever, so their Traxxas never do anything. Omnath I don't think is good enough, but maybe actually Slaughter Games on the Atraxa seems okay. But then we might just lose to Tassiger. It's just so hard. I'm gonna go get Elishnorn. It's okay if the game goes a bit longer. If they cast the Atraxa, it's not that big a deal because we have a bunch of ways to kill it before it comes down. Yeah, top deck time. What's up, Pike? They're gonna buy Gigantha. I'll buy Gigantha as well. They'll cast the next... Oh, Jace Perfected Mind? That's bad. Plus, to shrink Elishnorn, that's fine. Alright, give me something good. That's pretty good. So we get two, but they're both going to target Tassiger. We'll attack the Jace for one, buy Gigantha. We can play it next turn. They know about Mountain. They don't know about Fabled Passage, so I'll play Mountain, hold Fabled Passage for Omnath. I wonder if I should have waited to Chain of the Rocks to the Gigantha. That way it's harder for them to cast the Atraxa. Maybe. Alright, they didn't buy Gigantha last turn. Duh. A Gust. They drew a Gust. I don't want to put it on the bottom. There are worse draws in the deck for sure, but we got a couple of really good ones, and anything that gets Atraxa or Gigantha off the table, I think, is good. Borborygmos waiting room? I don't even know what that means. I haven't seen this card. What is the Borborygmos that everyone's talking about? And by everyone, I mean only like 2 people in chat. It's pretty good. Yeah. All right, untap, draw. Ooh, Gusties. Oh, Borborygmos and Fibblethip. I see. I see. That card's been out though. I don't. Why are multiple people talking about it in chat? All right, we'll just gust the Atraxa. I know it doesn't have an ETB, but it's huge, and that'll just buy us at least 1 turn. And now if we draw a removal for Gigantha, we can kill the Jace. And put it on top. Another Carotid. Not great. Think it easily goes in BTL? Maybe. It is a 5-drop with a lot of abilities, but I think, doesn't it turn off? Oh, does it? I guess it doesn't turn off Gigantha. All right, so now we need to draw something big here. I'm gonna fetch with Fable. I don't think this matters because we don't really want to draw Gigantha. All right, binding on the Atraxa is pretty good, and then we can also hit the Jace since we have the Elish Norn. We could have hit both and attacked the Elish Norn, but I'd rather get the Jace off the table now. But maybe it was better to just take the creatures. Dually fetching was the right play? Yeah, maybe. So now any chain off the top's good. Neoform is fine. Ooh, I like it. We'll give them Thoughtseize. Open your hearts, open your mind. Yo, what's up, Fran? We can't give them Terror Sunder. We can give them Gigantha, I guess. I guess Gigantha's fine. Yeah. Flooding out bad. The Bring to Light story. Wish I had drawn any cycling lands other than the turn 1 Sparas. We could have turned some of these extra lands into real things. I feel like now we're just going to lose to a handful of Stubborn Denials, you know? Any merit to holding lands for Fable? Yeah, plenty. I'm just dumb. I guess we just give them Grizzly Salvage. I don't know. Makes their graveyard bigger. They might run out of cards eventually. All right, now I think this is pretty clear. They just have stuff to do. Like, they just have tons of counter spells and shit. I don't think I can win this game. I think I'm just going to give them every Grizzly Salvage in the book, though. The Tassiger game, Thoughtseize is fine. Cycle Jetmir. Let's try this Chain to the Rocks. Okay, Stubborn's fine. Think I have decent odds to mill them out? I don't know. It's going to be difficult. We do have the ability to chump block forever with 3 Sylvan Caryatids. Maybe eventually they'll run out of targets. All right, well, here's Neoform. They have a Traxa now. And if they have 1 or 2 more Summoner now, I know they have a Grizzly Salvage and 1 more Thoughtseize. So we know they have Salvage, Thoughtseize, and 1 Rando. All right, green, white. Display BTL, see what they do. My guess is this is also going to get stubbed. So if we Extinction Event on Odd, I think we have to, actually. I wish I had the Glyph Weaver still in my deck. So now they might salvage, but they're just like going really low on cards. They're going to get the hoots. I think Omnath was okay there. Oh, that's a good point. Omnath with all the extra triggers could have been great. It's just like too much life for them, probably. That's a good call. I should have done that more than likely. My inexperience with the deck is certainly showing, but we might still win. The hoots. So we know they have a Thoughtseize in hand. They know my last 2 cards already, I think. They Thoughtseized me last turn. Okay, it looks like they're playing another Tasigur. Draw 2 gets the ball rolling. What's only a draw? Oh, it is a draw 2. You're right. That would have been significantly better. That was just a punt. Should have got Omnath. Draw 2. We gain 8 life, or gain 4 life and make some mana. I did cut Glyphweaver Ladoja. I would have got that instead. I looked at it earlier and saw that it was gone. Now we're just looking at taking a ton of damage from these over the next few turns. We know their hand has Thoughtseize and the Rando. They're going to be able to activate Tasker at least once. I'm going to give them, I guess, Consider. They're very low on cards, so card draw is always fine. Grizzly Salvage at this point's fine. I don't want to give them Terra Sunder. I don't want to give them Stubborn Denial. I don't mind giving them Ether Gust. I think I'll just use each Caryatid to chump Tasigur. It's the most damage reduction at the end of the day. I guess we can chump 1 and then double block 1 and it's the same. We only lose the 1 and we take no damage. I doubt we'll need the extra mana. Close to being able to give them a Traxa. Well, Traxa doesn't mill. I don't think, right? So I guess they, yeah, once they get to 1 life, they can't cast it anymore. Tandy flooding. Alright, they're not going to activate Tasker anymore. I was actually kind of scared they would do it one more time. Rest in peace, huh? More like rest in piss, if you ask me. Should have got the Omnath. The Omnath would have been a much better snag on that 1 turn. That's just my inexperience for sure. I threw this game pretty hard. I think we could have won. We're dead next turn without a big top deck, but I don't even know too many things to get us out of it, especially if they have any interaction other than Thoughtseize. All right, here comes a Jace. They can mill me for 15. Next turn's 18. We're actually like pretty close to getting decked by it. We're at 6. Need a big draw here. Omnath's a nice one. Red, white, green, red, white, blue. Gain some life. Like Bankbuster, we can offer Bankbuster trade with the Hooting Mandrills. We're like pretty close to decking them now. That was a good sequence. I think I have to trade Bankbuster for Hooting Mandrills so that I can gain life off Omnath next turn. I might just take 8, honestly. Oh, I didn't crew. That's a punt. We're going to go to 2. Meant to crew. All right, next turn's 21. Hello? The red zone's too small. Doladora, thanks for the follow. All right, we'll gain some life. So they can mill me for 21. Upkeep binding, see what they do. They got the stub for it, okay. So when they activate Jace on here, we have to crew in response. And then we can offer trade with the Hooting Mandrills and draw a card. If they have a kill spell for the Bankbuster, we die. Alright, so let's offer trade here, and then we'll draw a card, and hopefully we draw another binding. Cycle the tower. They've already plus that. We're very close to getting deck next turn, so we just need to do anything. Alright. We'll attack the Jace for 1, maybe. Depends on if we draw a land to play. Alright, let's go binding. See if they have another stub. This will allow us to know if we need to... I guess we need to draw a card now. That way we can draw land to play so that we can attack. Nice. Perfect draw. We have all of our basics in play, though. We have to attack the Jace for 1 so we don't get decked. No, we attack it for 1 so it goes to 21. It's very close. But we have all of our basics, so the Fabled Passage is a dead land. If they plus on this, we have to main phase this, I think. Tight game. They might not attack. If they go plus on the Omnath, and then sit back, then I can't pressure the Jace. But maybe if they shrink this, I can't pressure the Jace that much anyway. Alright, they're going to mill me down to 2 cards left. Wonder what my last couple cards are. See what it is. GG. Tough one. Alright, mulligan to 6. I don't know what we're playing against. I guess we'll just put back the Wrath effect that's hard to fetch for. If we don't draw an untapped land, I'll play Fable next turn. Fetch blue, probably. Okay. Guess we maybe want to fetch green now. Nah. We'll go Fable, and then we can go... We can do the nut draw if they don't have anything, right? They'll always have something, but... 80 cards? What is happening? Alright, so we fetch Forest, play Omnath while they're tapped out. I think that's fine. Yeah, 80 card creativity with Yorion. I don't really understand why or how or what, but my guess is they're not playing Xenagos and Worm. Instead, they're probably playing either Atraxa or the other one, the Whole Breaker Horror or whatever. Yeah, so Sarah, on the Bring to Light turn for the Extinction event, if I just get Omnath, I get to draw 2 cards and keep my Elshnorn around. That probably gives me a big enough life buffer. I just punted. It was just a mistake. Alright, I am gonna block, I guess. I don't know. If they have a 2 damage thing, that's fine. Next one, play Fable tap land. I don't know what's wrong with MTG bot. It never works right for me. I can never get it to work. Alright, let's go for Elshnorn. The Jace sideboard tech seems really good though, Sarah. Good catch on that. Good find. I'll probably be trying that in my next build. I was thinking Glissa Sunslayer because we just want to beat down. But a Planeswalker, any Planeswalker would be nice there. I think someone beat me with Kaito once. I don't know. Alright, well, we're getting everything countered and killed. Very cool. Alright, let's go Chain to the Rocks for the reflection. They're stuck on 3. That's good. We'll go ahead and play Fable. And I think I'm going to play the land. This might get Spell Pierced. Alright. No discard, I guess. Play another Omnath. This can play around another Make Disappear. Go and play the land, gain some life. Next one, we can escape to the wilds and probably end up getting mana back off the Omnath. I meant to buy Giganta. I clicked F6 too quickly, though. That's just a punt. Lego Kid, it's been around for about 6 months now. It's very annoying. I wish it was not there. I don't feel insulted. I'm just, like, annoyed. I was thinking Kaito 3, not Kaito 4. Kaito 3, I think, could be great. Fills the graveyard if you're attacking with either the 1/1 or whatever. It can't be pressured the turn you play it. I don't know. I don't know what lands to leave untapped. You know? Whatever, man. Everything I do gets fucking countered. Whatever. I don't care. This matchup is, like, bad, and it's because of shit like this, right? You just are vulnerable to counter spells when you play a deck with all 5-mana sorceries. Just the nature of the beast. So now we can play Fable. We can copy the token attack for 6. We can... I think I'm going to Boseiju the Fable on their draw step. Too bad Veil's Band Pioneer. I mean, I played with Veil. It was horrific to play against. Just put Teferi in your deck? Yeah, exactly. What card are you most excited to brew and mom? We actually wrote a whole article about that like a week and a half ago. Chess. Alright, I'm gonna block so they can only creativity for one. Well, maybe they have it anyway. Yeah, so if they're only hitting Atraxa, that just means they only have to do it for one. This is pretty scary. This might be the new build. The shitty combo always having to go for two just makes it so you have to play big score. And big score is kind of bad. But so is Secrets of the Key, so I don't know. Will we ever Gigantha? No, I keep forgetting about it. So I always put Gigantha over here, and I don't forget it. But whenever my opponent has a companion, I don't put it theirs over here. I just bench it, and whenever it's over here, I don't even see it. This is the revealed card zone. My shit's broke. Doesn't work. Innovation is jamming Prismari Command. Yeah, Prismari Command's pretty sweet. Narset Parter, sure. Let's hope we find something. What did they put in hand? Let's check. Let's see. They chose Prismari Command, Creativity, Sokunzan, and Crucible. Sokunzan, Indomitable, and Prismari Command. So actually pretty bad. Pretty bad, all things considered. Alright, I'll just concede. That's fine. Alright, go blanks. Slaughter Game. Gust Stroke. Bank Buster. And then we can just remove like most of our removal. Change of the rocks. We'll keep binding. Scarab God can go. Cut Extinction. Cut Hostage. I will keep. Invasion of Alara? See, I don't even know what that does. That doesn't mean anything to me. There's just so many invasion of something or another. It's just too much. It's like word soup. Alright, we can play turn 3 Omnath. Not sure if I'm going to. I might just buy Gigantha. Let's just go for it. They don't always have it. Yeah, anyone where the front half is a good card. I think those are going to be the ones worth looking at the most. Alright, what resolves? That's great news. Is article on your Patreon? It sure is. I did 8 different decks with 7... sorry. I built 8 different decks, I think with 6 or 7 cards. Something like that. Alright, let's go for Mommy. Mommy? They're just... This is too much. Magic has moved so far away from what I originally loved about it. Was just... There's so much beauty in the simplicity of things. And when your entire deal is just being complex or being wordy for being wordy's sake, just look at every card in Strixhaven. Every card in Strixhaven is a double-faced legend that doesn't do anything. It's like 4 abilities on each card, and all of them are bad. It's like green tap. Look at the top card of your deck, or like blue and 1 tap. Target opponent scratches their nose. You know, just really, really taxing dumb shit. Okay, Boomer. I mean, look, it's not my fault those cards are trash. I don't have to learn any of them because they're all bad. And I think the same is going to be true for the invasions. Most of them are bad, and I don't think I have to learn what any of them do. And to me, that's just a failing of game design. So, get a treasure token. Okay. So we have the 1 mana binding here. We have 2 1 mana bindings, so we can play around a counterspell as well. Exactly. Novels on cards to do very little. That's certainly true. in the case of what you calls it. All right, we're gonna discard a Caryatid, probably whatever we draw unless it's good. Let's discard just Caryatid. All right, so we'll just name Atraxa, I think. What do you think, chat? Should we name Creativity or Atraxa? We can also name Yorin and just strip the one from their hand, since we have the bindings. All right, we'll just name Creativity. They just bought Yorin, though, so I don't, you know. All right, well, at least we get one out of their hand. So they have Shark Typhoon, Negate, Steam Vents. They have 2 Atraxa. They didn't bring any other creatures in, so next turn we just name Atraxa. Fire Prophecies. Shark Typhoon's a little scary. Negate's a little scary. Multiple Secrets. Interesting build. They're playing 4 Narset after board. They have a Transmog. So the Transmog makes the Slaughter games bad as well. So, alright. That's fine. Alright, if all they do is play Yorion to blink the Omen, I might Binding the Omen. Alright, let's play Binding. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they negate it. I think I'm gonna hit the Omen of the C2. I'm trying to bait the negate so my Fable doesn't get negated, but looks like they're just gonna be content sitting on the Shark Typhoon. Alright, let's get the Fable down. If they want to counter it, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine. I'll buy Gigantha as well. Hold the Caryatid. Hardcast Shark Typhoon incoming. I kind of hope that they do. I'll just never play another spell. No need to attack. In a turn, I'll make a Caryatid for extra mana. There's more command to deal 2 to the Reflection and loot. They burn the negates. Alright, so I discard Fires of Victory and Spire Bluff Canal. Alright, swing for 5. We're technically winning this race, but we flooded quite bad again. If this happens like every match, something's just wrong, right? Just need more things like maybe Bitter Reunion or something. I don't know. I also don't feel like our deck is doing anything particularly more powerful than any of the I don't know. There's like a lot of decks in the format that are just like very similar in what they're trying to do, but they're just way more powerful. Like Creativity versus Bring to Light. Creativity, I think, is much more powerful than Bring to Light. It also costs 1 less mana if you only do it for X equals 1. Alright, cool. Alright, GG.